Hey, I need you to listen closely because this is something almost no one talks about. Most men think they know what makes sex good. They think it's all about stamina, size, or being naturally skilled. But here's the shocking truth. Most men fail to make it truly pleasurable for her, not because they're bad lovers, but because they've been lied to about what women actually want. And if you ignore this, you could be causing discomfort, pain, or even embarrassment, without even realizing it. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to learn how to make sex safe, comfortable, and intensely pleasurable for her, even if you're a complete beginner. Let's be honest, sex is confusing for a lot of men. You've probably heard stuff like, just go fast, she'll like it. Size matters the most. If she doesn't climax, you're failing. These are myths, dangerous myths, because here's the problem. Believing them can actually make sex painful or uncomfortable for her and stressful for you. Some guys worry they'll hurt her, others worry they're not performing. And honestly, most beginners don't even know the basic mechanics of comfort, arousal, or safety. Imagine this. You want to connect, to please, but instead, she's tense, distracted, or even in pain. Terrifying, right? That's why we need to bust the myths and get the science right. Today, we're going to uncover the real science and psychology behind female pleasure. And here's the thing. Most of what you've been told is backwards. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to make her feel completely comfortable, how to avoid mistakes that could hurt her, and how to turn sex into something pleasurable, safe, and deeply connecting. Stick with me, because you won't want to miss this. Before we get into technique, we need to understand her body. The vagina isn't just a hole. Think of it like a flexible tube with sensitive nerve endings designed to stretch safely. The clitoris? Almost all pleasure is there. You can think of it as the main switchboard. Stimulation here often matters more than penetration. The G-spot? Yes, it exists for some, but not every woman experiences it the same way. Think of her body like a garden. If you rush, trample, or ignore the soil, nothing grows. But if you nurture it, pay attention, and water it carefully, it blooms. Another key, arousal matters. If she's not fully aroused, penetration can be uncomfortable or even painful. So rushing is the #1 mistake beginners make. Now let's bust some of the biggest myths men believe. Fast is better. Reality, slow, patient movements are far more pleasurable. Think of it like a massage. Rushing ruins it. She must climax every time. Reality, not every sexual encounter ends in orgasm. Connection and comfort often matter more. Size is the secret. Reality, technique, communication, and attention are far more important than dimensions. Penetration is everything. Reality, external stimulation, clitoris, nipples, kissing, touching, is often far more important for pleasure. And here's the kicker. Believing these myths doesn't just reduce pleasure, it can actually cause pain, anxiety, and emotional frustration. Here's the part most guys don't know. A Harvard study revealed that 90% of women need direct clitoral stimulation to orgasm, not just penetration. And an Australian study showed that communication and comfort are stronger predictors of sexual satisfaction than technique or experience. Think about that. 90%. That means most of the fast, rough, or size-focused stuff men rely on is completely missing the mark. This completely changes the conversation about sex. So why does this work? There are a few reasons. The clitoris has more than 8,000 nerve endings, more than any other part of the body. Stimulating it correctly is like flipping the main power switch. Women need to feel safe, connected, and respected. Anxiety or discomfort blocks pleasure. Think of it like trying to enjoy a movie in a noisy room. It just doesn't work. When she's fully aroused, her body naturally produces lubrication. This makes penetration smoother, reducing pain and increasing comfort. Every beginner should understand this. Sex isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, and technical all at once. Here's an insider tip most men never hear. A high-quality, body-safe lubricant is a game changer. It reduces friction, increases comfort, and makes every touch feel better. Even beginners can feel like pros with this one simple tool. Now let's zoom out and talk about bigger picture habits that make sex better for her. And for you. Shower, trim nails, brush teeth. Small details make a huge difference. Kissing, touching, Teasing. These increase arousal and comfort. Ask what feels good. Stop if she's uncomfortable. Listen more than you speak. Phones, TV, or stress kill the mood. Sleep well, exercise, eat clean, and limit alcohol. Your energy, stamina, and focus all improve. Remember, pleasure isn't magic. It's preparation, attention, and connection. Let's be clear. Understanding these principles won't turn you into a perfect lover overnight. But if you apply them, you'll reduce discomfort for her, increase connection and intimacy, and make sex safer, more comfortable, and far more pleasurable. And here's the thing. These aren't just tricks. They're science-backed truths about how women's bodies and minds work during sex. So always respect boundaries, communicate, and check in. That's the foundation of great sexual experiences. Here's the bottom line. Pleasure isn't about speed or size. It's about attention, communication, and care. It's about understanding her body and mind. If you focus on these, even a beginner can make sex safe, comfortable, and amazing for her. And the best part? When she's relaxed and enjoying herself, you enjoy it more too. Sex becomes fun, stress-free, and mutually satisfying. Now, let's get into some practical tips that can instantly make a difference. The angle of penetration isn't random. A small adjustment, even just a slight tilt, can drastically improve comfort for her. Think of it like steering a car carefully through a narrow street. A little correction avoids bumps and friction. Most beginners go straight to penetration. Big mistake. Instead, explore her body gently. Shoulders, neck, inner thighs. Pay attention to her reactions, not just your instincts. These small touches build anticipation and comfort, and let her body naturally respond. Communication isn't sexy? Wrong. Whispering a simple, "Does this feel good?" or "Tell me what you like," can ignite her mind and body simultaneously. Studies show that women who feel safe and heard experience far more intense pleasure. Some men rush foreplay thinking it's optional. It's not. Proper foreplay increases arousal, lubrication, and emotional connection. Think of it like warming up before exercise. Skip it, and everything else becomes harder and less enjoyable. Every woman's body responds differently. Watch for cues, breathing, moans, tension. Matching her rhythm, rather than forcing your own, creates a natural flow that feels amazing for both of you. Remember, pleasure is as much about her mind as her body. Focus on comfort, connection, and communication. And even as a beginner, you can create experiences she'll remember long after the moment is over. If you learned something shocking today, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more men's health and sexual wellness secrets. Comment below. What's the biggest myth about sex you've heard that turned out to be false? I want to hear your stories, and in our next video, we'll uncover another shocking truth about how men can last longer naturally without pills or gimmicks. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.